What's up, guys and gals? Mirror Mask here. Got a special video today. First of all, I'm gonna give a shout out to a guy named Lance. He bought my Hyosung GD250R. He's loving it and everything. Took a little while to get the title to him because, you know, we're dealing with all this Corona stuff. A lot of the DMV stuff was shut down and all that kind of stuff, but he was super patient, and I want to say thank you to him. I hope you enjoy the bike and everything. I got another vehicle I'm gonna show you guys today that I picked up. I've been wanting for a while. Those of you who watch the channel know, you know, I made the little video about the smart car and everything that I picked up. This one, is in the works of getting sold and everything, but just, you know, because of all this Corona stuff, it's gonna take a minute for me to get the title and everything for this, so that I can get this sold. But it's in, you know, really good shape and everything. Super excited to be able to sell this. Somebody's really going to enjoy this vehicle, but this ain't the vehicle I'm talking about. I picked up another vehicle, and I'm going to show you guys right now what it is. 3, 2, 1, boom. I had to get me a Miata because I've wanted one for so freaking long. Color choice, not my choice. I didn't really like the orange at first, but it's kind of grown on me a little bit. I like it. They put this kind of cheesy hood scoop on it, but I mean, it's all right. That's kind of grown on me as well. Yeah, so it's a 1997. It has 198,000 miles on the body, but the engine's only got about 101,000 miles on it. Runs really freaking smooth. They put 17-inch rims on it. These definitely, I need to repaint black because they're scuffed up a good bit. They definitely need to be repainted. I want to get some covers or possibly paint the calipers because that just looks stupid to me. Hey, kitty. So show you a little bit about what needs to be done and what I've done so far to it. What I've done so far is not a lot. In the front here, it looks like the paint was all off and everything. So I bought a bra for it to cover that up to save me from having to go get it repainted and everything right off the bat. So once I put the bra on, I was like, dang, that orange actually doesn't look that bad anymore. I actually really like it. The top next in line to be fixed because somebody had cut an L out of it right here and stole the radio that was in it when the guy had it sitting out for sale. But it's got some tape right here, some tape over a hole there, some tape over where it got cut out. I took his tape off and I siliconed all up in where that L was cut at, and then I put some tape back over it, so that's pretty good. Cleaned the trunk completely out. It does have some aftermarket lights in the tail that were put in there. The interior is really nice except for that stupid orange crap. Let me get in here. Whoever had it before painted the interior orange right here, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'd prefer it to be all black. So that's something I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna replace this cover right here with a brand new black one. I'm kind of iffy on whether I want to put a radio in here or not, because I don't really listen to the radio too much these days anyway. So I might put like a blank out cover right there, or maybe I'll put another radio in here. I don't know. The center console right here, I'm gonna replace with the aftermarket one that has the cup holders up here. So that's something that I'm gonna do there. The door panels are in really good shape. The interior is really clean. The steering wheel I'm gonna replace. I want to put an aftermarket steering wheel on there because I mean, this one's fine and everything. It's just instead of replacing it with another factory, an OEM steering wheel, I'm just gonna put an aftermarket one on there, maybe with a quick release or something. I don't know. The other door panel's in good shape with the exception of these little bulges right here in the leather, but that's not that big of a deal. What else? So far, what I've done other than the bra is I put this style bar in here. Now, this is, for those that don't know, this is not a roll bar. This will not protect you at all, and it's actually kind of dangerous to have it, but it just cleans up the back end a little bit because I don't have a boot cover for this yet. That's one thing I am going to do when I get the new top and replace the new top. I'm going to get a boot cover, which will cover the back when the top's down and everything. The trunk actually came, this is broke right here. Let me pop that. The trunk actually came with, look at this, somebody put turbo right there. That's so stupid. This hurts my arm when I set it on it, by the way. The trunk I actually cleaned out and everything, but I was fortunate this one came with the carpet in it, so that was a nice touch. I need to replace this. This is not the original hose, and I'm getting a faint gasoline smell inside the car. I've already fixed the check valve and everything, cleaned that out. That helped a little bit, but I think fumes are backing up in this because this is, I mean, I can put my finger in right here if you can see. This hose is way too big for this. The clamps are holding it down. Gas isn't really pouring out, but I think vapors are getting out just a little bit, so that's something I'm gonna replace with one that's actually supposed to go there. No rust or anything. Battery tray's in good shape. I can tell this car was somewhat garage kept, which is a huge plus. But see, they painted everything. This originally was a red car, you can tell by in here, but they painted everything orange in a lot of hard to reach places, you know, that you can't just go get a quick spray for. It's all in the door jambs, it's all up in here. But I think this is some type of spray paint. I mean, it looks good, it cleans well, it, you know, it waxes good and it shines and everything. So for right now, I'm okay with it. Oh, I also put this chrome tip on here. I like the exhaust note from the factory exhaust. I don't think I'll put an aftermarket exhaust on here as of right now. I'll say maybe in the future, I don't know. But stuck that on there to kind of clean the back end up a little bit there. This, I got an aftermarket 14-inch whip antenna, a rubberized one, because I didn't like the tall one on there, but I didn't want one too short. I still like this RC car look to it, so I put a 14-inch on there, and then custom made this little rubber mount thing around the bottom there. But other than that, that's my new car so far. What I've done to it, nothing too major. I'll keep you guys up to date on stuff that I do, but a lot of y'all know I've been talking about Miatas for a while. I've always wanted one. I've always test drove them, but I've never actually owned one. And I'll tell you a little story. Oh yeah, these need to be repainted too. I'm gonna take the wipers off and repaint those. Probably when I get the rim paint, so that way the rim paint will at least be the same color as the windshield wipers. So that'll help, you know, tie it all together a little bit. But tell you guys a story on what happened to the Miata that I was going to get. It was a 1990. Really good miles on it, really good shape, no rust, everything. The guy was selling it for a really good price. He was just trying to get rid of it because he was trying to get a truck. So he was selling his Miata and a couple other things just to kind of sell them at a good price to get them out the door fast. So I had the whole deal worked out. All right, I have all the text logs and everything. I mean, the deal was done. I'd already gone to the bank. I'd already signed for the loan. I already had the cash in my hand. I already had the Miata on my insurance. The deal was done. Oh yeah, these seats, I need to recover too. I'm gonna get that kit. I think it's like $100 and recover those. But the deal was done, right? Basically digital handshake and everything. Loan money in my hand. Miata's already collateral on the loan. It's already on my insurance. It was my car. You know what I'm saying? And the night before, not even the day, the night before, I mean, this dude was 8 hours away from having the cash in his hand 8 hours. I was gonna be there the next morning. Some dude rolls up at about 9 o'clock that night with cash in hand, and he sold the car to him. And he texted me at 4 a.m. and was like, Mazda is gone. So I woke, I was wide awake then. I was like, what do you mean the Mazda's gone? And he said, some guy came up last night and bought it, cash in hand. I said, well, did he pay more than what I was offering? He said, no, he bought it for the same amount. I said, dude, I said, no, like, I've already taken the loan out at the bank and everything. Like, what? No, that car was my car, man. Like, what the hell? And he was like, yeah. So I called him, and all he had to say was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. And then he hung up on me. So I was like, this mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I was so pissed. So fortunately, the guy that had this car, because I'd already looked at this car before, he had sold this car to a kid, and the kid had it for about 3 days and then decided he didn't want it and called the guy back and was like, I want my money back. And the guy was like, okay, well, I'm a nice guy. You know, I'm fair. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. So he went all the way down there to go pick the car up and give the guy his money back. And so he gets a hold of me and he's like, hey, are you still interested in this car by any chance? I just got screwed. I was like, well, as a matter of fact, I just got screwed. So yeah, I am interested in a Miata. I said, it is manual, correct? And he said, yeah. I said, well, yeah, let's work something out. So he went all the way from North Alabama, all the way down near Mississippi to go pick this car up on a U-Haul trailer. And then I met him in Dothan, Alabama. We worked this whole deal out in like 3 hours. I just got screwed, I was pissed. He just got screwed, he was pissed. He had a car that I wanted, I had money he wanted. And so it just worked out, and I wound up, 4 hours after getting screwed, I had this car in my hands. So I jumped on it. There's not really any rust. I mean, the only rust in here is the rust up on the top deck up here. What they call it, the rear parcel shelf up here. But I've already ordered the aluminum pans that replace the tin ones. It's just the tin that's rusted. There's no body rust or anything like that. So I've already got those ordered. They'll be here sometime. I've already got my steam cleaner ordered, so I'm gonna steam clean, detail the inside and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, that was just a crazy deal how I got this car in my hands. Like I said, I didn't purposely choose the orange. It just kind of worked out that way. So yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions or anything, ask away. But yep, so this is my new 1997 NA. I wanted the NA. I didn't want an NB or anything like that because I wanted the pop-up headlights. I've always wanted a Miata first generation NA with the pop-up headlights, and I finally have one. I could have bought one many times before, but I don't know. I just kept putting it off and never getting around to getting it. And finally I did. I'm super excited, super happy. I've had this thing for a couple weeks now, maybe about 2 weeks. It drives like a dream. It shifts like a dream. If you guys have never driven a Miata, oh my God, like I don't know. It's a driver's car. That's all I can say. If you're into driving and all that stuff, it just feels so great to drive. It feels good to shift. It's super clicky. It's notchy on the shifter and everything. That's another thing I want to do. I want to rebuild the shifter because it's a little loose. Still shifts fine. It's just got a lot of play in the shifter. I want to rebuild that. That's not, expensive to do either. That's another thing. Miatas are just not expensive at all to do stuff to, which is really nice. But that's it. I'm gonna wrap this video up. You guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, leave them below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, it'll be when I replace the aluminum things, the covers, the 3-piece set. So Yep, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. This is Mirror Mask. As always, have a good one. Mirror Mask out. Peace.